Hello everybody, and you're very welcome to episode 35 of the Trophy Tour. If you're one for coincidences, this is actually half of the total of Le Mans episodes I've made, which was 70 as of a few days ago, so that's really spooky. But let's just talk about how things have gone at Bursa Sport since the start of January when I last updated you guys. The league table looks like this. It's very tight at the top. We've got 5 teams in contention for this championship. Fenerbahce are the outside shot to defend that title, but you can see Kayserispor are the new leaders. It was Antalyaspor, but they've had some very bad results recently. But the unlikely giant killer Seiko Risaspor right up there as well, so an absolutely fascinating title race. But looking down here, we've got plenty of blues to occupy the stats section. We got Brian Wheeler, 21 goals now. That is truly phenomenal. He's the best rated player in the league, but Matrian is not too far behind, as he's helped grab 11 assists alongside Engin Bekdemir. So absolutely delighted with how the players are gelling, and we'll take a look at our fixture list and then our tactics to see how things have changed. So we last spoke before this game. We're on our winter break, and we played Kayserispor, must-win game in the cup, and we did win it. But unfortunately, we bottled it against Fenerbahce and Besiktas, not able to get the results we needed. So we were eliminated from the cup just by the 2 points. But very disappointing to not be able to defend that title, even if it's not too important. We move on now to the Super League. We were beaten fair and square by Galatasaray. They had the much better of the fortunes, and let's just get this loading. There you go. You can see they just had a much better game. Absolutely decimated us within the first 20 minutes, and that was that. Fenerbahce, that was in the cup. That eliminated us for sure. We played Istanbul, an absolute thriller, one that never really should have been a thriller, but these things happen, and you can see a litter of goals, and including an injury for Lucas Hedja, so it was very disappointing, but it was a quite exciting game, and it was fun to be a part of once we got that result. We played Besiktas again, and we gave them a sensational performance, beating them hand over fist, I should say. They never really stood a chance, but they did get one back, and I was starting to sweat. But a very good game, and the players did their jobs. And then this one, Milan Djuric coming good. He's been stuck in the cam position, even though he's mainly a striker, but that has even made him better. I think he suits it even more, because he got a brace and he helped assist Brian Wheeler as well. And they got a consolation goal late on, as we're pushing for a fifth, or well, we're pushing for a fourth at the time, and we just want to improve our goal difference basically. So now we have big games coming up against Antalyaspor, Seiko Risaspor, Ekşehirspor, and I'd say Trabzonspor. We've never lost to them, so we want to keep that trend going now that they've sacked their manager and got them replaced. So generally this is a very easy run-in. We were unbeaten throughout this entire section. Upon the end of those games, we were unbeaten for this entire section. So if we do that again, we could be crowned champions. But Trabzonspor, you can see they're in the relegation zone, so trouble afoot for Jahada's favourite, this side of the Baltic. So let's just take a look at our tactics very briefly. Yeah, you probably know by now it's a 4-2-3-1 narrow. That's worked very well. What makes it good, I suppose, is that you've got Djuric. He can go into that striker position if he needs to. Bekdemir, he can go out wide if he needs to, but Matrian sits right in there in the middle. You know exactly what you're going to get, and he just loves threading those through balls to Brian Wheeler or whoever's in front. Osgur Larry's powers are definitely fading, but having 2 ball-winning midfielders in this position is absolutely brilliant. So we'll just take a look at some stats. You can see Mahmoud Yahya is an absolutely phenomenal player, and he'll be missed dearly when he goes. Brian Wheeler is under transfer speculation from giants such as Manchester City, and briefly he was Barcelona were on the wanted list as well. So he's doing so good, and I really hope the Jamaican superstar doesn't up camp and leave. And then here's Matrian's stats. He continues to grow. He should be capped by Croatia by now, but I think his time will come sooner rather than later. And I've signed Uktu Kalik on a permanent deal for free He'll be coming in July to sign his deal permanently. He's made this number 1 jersey his own, and I can't wait to see what he can do for when I leave the club, hopefully at the end of the season. But if you want to see any other stats, guys, just leave it down in the comments and I'll happily request you. Mert Gulsever, he deserves to play, but he just hasn't had the chance yet, as Bektemir, Mathieu and Djuric are doing such a good job. Injuries to Zengen, you might remember, and then Lucas Hedge, who I mentioned. Tanner O'Neill picked one up again recently, so he's very injured. And then my signing in the January transfer window was Mesut Özil. I mentioned him on Twitter, but unfortunately he got another injury just as he was coming back to full fitness, and I was able to play him. He scored a goal in the cup, but has yet to make an assist, so he is kind of a Batala medium-term replacement. But the fact that Arsenal didn't get any money back on him should be a bit of a concern. But yeah, I did acknowledge he was a bit injury prone before he joined. We'll just check his injuries out. He got a broken leg there, and he's pulled his hamstring for the second time in his career, in Football Manager at least. So that's just disappointing, but maybe we'll find a way to fit him in at the end of the season. But it is mainly this team I want to play. Next, I'll mention the youth candidates team. They've literally just arrived on the scene, and it's not a great batch of players, I'll admit. But we've got 2 very tasty looking players with Raif Otzoy. He is a left midfielder. Hopefully he can be a left winger just in case. So that gives us far more options once Zengen retires. We've got a nice looking Trek Royista here, who can also play attacking midfield right, and hopefully we'll sign him on a permanent. But otherwise it's a very average looking batch of youngsters, but they're all Turkish and they're all useful until the time we let them go. We've got 2 goalkeepers, which is a good thing as well, as we're a bit short on the goalies. Yeah, that's about it. And let's take a look now at the jobs list. We're trying to see what jobs we could potentially get, because I've been rumoured to be the successor at Fenerbahce, which would be a bit of a joke. I wouldn't want to betray my my employers like that. You can see Inter Milan is a little insecure. Not very many. Werder Bremen is an interesting one. I've never managed in Germany before. I'd like to think about that job. I wouldn't want to go back to France while I'm still playing Le Mans. It would be a bit weird. Feyenoord was one that stood out to me here. They're a bit insecure. PAOK, maybe if I want to go to Greece, we could do that. Hopefully a few managers from big clubs retire so I can walk in and hand in a CV. We can just scroll through these. I don't think there are many more interesting jobs. Sligo Rovers, insecure, but I wouldn't really want that job, I'm afraid. We've got Montenegro, Ukraine and Nigeria, insecure in terms of the Euros. Some stable jobs in the Premier League there, but not interesting. So hopefully we'll have some jobs crop up, and if you've any recommendations about where I should go, just let me know. But as for the moment, we will come back. We'll keep an eye on the title race, and if it's over, I'll warn you that, oh no, we lost the title. This happens, but if it is on the line, we will go to one of these games, maybe even 2 in the same episode, and try and secure a historic title for Bursaspor. But so many teams have reasons to win this title, especially the 2 teams I'm going to be playing, Antalyaspor and Seiko Risaspor. They have many reasons why they want to win it, and Kayserispor as well. So I hope you enjoyed the episode, everybody. This series, I do need to get out of Turkey if I'm going to revive it. It's just another case of Le Mans Odyssey doing very well, and this is just not as interesting. But thank you for any feedback, and keep in touch for keep the motivation high, as I do have free time for a little while at least. But that'll be all for today for definite, and I'll speak to you again very soon. Bye now.